Alrighty, so I got some banger mods for you guys today. From some beautiful animations that increase your immersion, a new map just for your hideout needs, paired perfectly with the hideout furniture mod, and an entire new winter wasteland that has never looked so goddamn good. Alright, let's jump into it. So starting off, we have Project Inverno. So that is Project I.N.V.E.R.N.O. And it is created by the author Fabio.Conti. I don't know if I'm saying that right. If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. So this right here is like the biggest. It is a total overhaul of the zone, and it just turns it all into a freaking winter, frozen, beautiful wasteland. Absolutely gorgeous, and by far the best winter zone that I think I've ever seen in a very long time. Also, if you want to expand the winter stuff here, it pairs off well, and he even has it linked in his mod description, the Cold System 7.2. I'll have that link down below. I have not played with it too much, so I'm not really going to review the Cold System part of this. Not too sure how well it plays, but I did get it working in my pack. But yeah, it adds infections, a cold system, get too cold, you gotta go warm up. Super cool stuff. Also, cool little bonus to this, I have gone to not all of the new levels, went to the new level Grimwood, and it looked fantastic in winter. So I didn't really see anything on there about the new levels. However, I can confirm it worked for at least one of them for me. This bad boy is DirectX 11 only. Makes sense, there's a lot of really detailed stuff in here. It totally overhauls the textures and everything, so the installation process might be a little bit tricky depending on like what you got going on in your mod list, but it was not too hard for me, and I got a pretty big mod list. So during the installation, you can have a couple different prompts, and I'll kind of go through with it. So first off, you just drag and drop it into MO2, and no, do not manually install this, but drag and drop it into MO2. Click next on the first screen, then you're going to see two options. You have the snowy textures and then the partly snowy textures. I personally went with the fully snowy because it just looks really cool, but the partly snowy also looks pretty damn good too. But I have not tried that out. So I went full snow. After that, you get to pick your flora. You have frozen flora and then dark flora. I went with the frozen flora, but here are the two options. Next, you're going to move on to picking your grass. So you're going to have no grass and LODs, really good for performance, and I'm not going to lie to you, having a frozen wasteland is a great performance builder because you ain't got all that grass, and grass is the most demanding thing in Anomaly. And then you have frozen grass and then winter grass. I personally went with winter grass because, I don't know, just look at it. Just look at it. It looks freaking delicious. I love it. After that, you got two options for a PDA map. I went with the second option, V2. Just looks like it has a little bit more contrast, but that is totally up to you. And then lastly over here, you have the sound mod. Now, I already play with the sound mod for regular Anomaly from this author, so I definitely did install this. This is totally up to you. I also would say if you're using screen space shaders, tick the screen space shader setting, and it also comes with its own main menu. I didn't try that yet, but it looks pretty cool. Other than that, when it comes to stuff that I had to turn off from my list, what I did was I actually installed a brand new install of screen space shaders just for winter, and I picked all the winter options for it. And then I had to turn off all my grass mods. I turned off atmospherics. I also turned off ATO because I noticed that my ground textures were being overwritten. So anything that messes around with those textures, you're gonna want to turn that off. Might take like restarting if you notice that everything isn't totally right. Though for the most part, it was pretty painless getting this all set up here. Oh, also, you're going to want to make sure that you delete your shader cache before launching. What I do for safety is I do it both in the launcher, and I also go in and delete that in the app data folder in your main install. Also, once you're done, there's going to be some settings. I'll put them down in the description, or you can grab that off of the mod author's mod page, which will be also in the description as well. I will say, running off of these indoors look a little weird, so I'm probably going to do a little tweaky breaky on my own, but that is totally up to you. It also just looks great if you just install the game just normally. If you are worried about going back to your regular Anomaly, just take a backup of your user LTX and it'll have all your original base settings. But man, just look at this. I have seen quite a lot of snow mods here, but never as sexy as this is looking. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. So this next thing is called Exile Haven. Another map mod. And this looks like the perfect thing. And I haven't checked it out yet. But yeah, it just looks like a really, really cool place to like build a base and have like this interact. I was actually thinking about like possibly making it so like you start your game here every single time and make it like your little hideout. I don't know. I got ideas. You need the latest modded EXEs. It's compatible with the new levels, and there is options. I don't think he says it in here, but there's options for Aiden's grass, and there's also options for called Sea Consciousness grass, and I couldn't find it. I've heard of that grass mod before, and I've seen a YouTube video on it, and it looks really, really good, but I can't find it online like at all. But yeah, and then there's other stuff here. He doesn't want things spoiled, which I'll try to keep away from that, but yeah, let's check her out. One thing that's a little weird. This mod will change your new game to New Suffering and Suffer. I think it's a fun little flair, but I find it a little cheesy. So on my end, I'm probably gonna dig in and take that out. Anyway, but otherwise, it looks fucking great. For the install of Exile Haven, this is my Lord order. I kind of just put this with my other levels. It did overwrite some stuff, but everything kind of worked out okay. Going through the installer, if you have new levels, you're going to want to select new levels. If you don't, just do standalone, but I have new levels, so I picked new levels. And then like I was talking about the grass here, you'll see all the different options, and then I picked summer. Already, I'm liking the splash screen for the loading, but it shows that the transfer thing for the secret locations over here. I tried going over the tunnel, under the tunnel, couldn't find it. I have cheats on, so I just was able to go here. Oh shit, there's a goddamn cutscene. Haven't seen one of these in forever. That's cool as hell. Yeah, I think I heard that he's got like some different quest lines and stuff in regards to that. Everybody here is just getting eaten by fucking flies. Get out of here. Hold on. Let me just try to save everybody. This fucking cockroach is bad. Yeah, so what he said in the description that there's going to be 3 traders here, a mechanic, a trader, and a medical guy. And so far, so cool. I'm not going to talk to the guys yet because I don't want to spoil this for myself beyond what I'm actually doing right here. But so far, man, this place looks cool. I also don't want to spoil it too much for you because looking at different locations like this is like part of the fun, and we don't get much of that when it comes to Anomaly. We're getting a lot more now, but don't want to spoil it. So far, it works, it's running. I have a bunch of different mods in my mod list, and this is working perfectly. So I'm gonna just give you a big old fat recommend on this. Check it out. Links in the description. Alrighty, and then last but not least, we have all these beautiful animations by the developer S.T.A.L.K.E.R_H. Altogether, we got the artifact inspect animation, the animated lead box, interactive guitar, and an animated campfire ignition. Super cool stuff, and stuff that people have been asking for a while. Not to mention, the artifact inspects was one of my favorite things in S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. Absolutely loved it. It like makes it feel like, hey, artifacts are in your world. When it comes to the load order with this one, I didn't do anything special. I just kind of slapped this in my animation and effects folder. There was no overrides or anything like that, no underrides. We were all good. Now, starting with these artifacts, first, you want to make sure that all of your artifact mods are up to date. I did have an issue because my fixed artifact collision and visuals mod was out of date and had a different patch that made it work a little bit better. Once I fixed that, the crashes stopped. Both of these are compatible with perk-based artifacts, and as you can see in the background, I am using those. And here's a helpful little tip that the developer put in there, and I actually just semi-recently found out about this myself with the glow sticks mods. He recommends that you use no lower than R2 or R1, or else you get some weird visual bugs. I'm assuming what he's getting at here is the shadow map. Once I put that up, I stopped getting the visual bugs with the glow sticks. So I think that's what he's getting at. Not too sure. Let me know down in the comments if not, but either way, I don't have the visual bugs, and it also fixed that for glow sticks for me too. However, that is more performance, just mind you. Now, one of the big issues that I had before was that there was a ton of binoculars in my F7 menu, but in a recent update, he had already fixed that. I will say, as you can see in the top corner, I do have a mod that actually tells you what you're picking up and what you're getting, and I still see the pop-up for the binoculars whenever the animation plays. A little annoying, but it's all right. I think I'm going to play with it anyway because the immersion is just way too good. Campfire animation is absolutely sick, absolutely amazing. I love it. Dude, would pair freaking nice if you're playing on campfire mode. And then after you go and light your campfire, you can sit down and play your guitar with a fully custom guitar. You can play different chords. The keybinds will be on the top. I did notice that in his comments, he did say that he's working on getting it so that you can modify the keybinds, but as of right now, the keybinds you get is what you got, and it's all good. Also, you can switch in between two different modes. So you can do single chord, and then you can do rolling. And I don't know a goddamn thing about music. So with the rolling one, I mean, even I can sound pretty damn good, as you saw in the intro. But yeah, man, there's not really a lot to say with this besides it's just extra beautiful immersion. And I am for sure going to be keeping this in my pack. So as you guys might see, this is the first video of its kind on my channel. I might do more. I kind of like this. I used to love watching videos like this about Fallout and a bunch of other games. But I kind of wanted to remove some of the fear when it comes to like modding your own game. It's really not that hard when you dig into it. I know a lot of like communities and stuff, if you reach out to, might give you a little bit of toxicity back. So I will say I have my own Discord. So if you have any questions with this, that is the best place to reach out to me. And I am more than happy to help you out with any issues that you might have with installing any of these mods. And I will also say the Anomaly Discord is extremely helpful as well. And I know public Discord helpful, but no, for real, I have straight up gone in there, asked a question, and somebody just out of the blue developed a mod for me. If you're watching this, thank you. He designed a mod so that I can reconfigure the free cam button. Super cool guy. Tons of really cool people in there too. So I kind of wanted to get rid of that stigma. Like I said, I have played thousands of these mods. I have tons of material to work from. If you have any mod in specific that you want me to go and check, put that down in the description as well. And I might just do more of these. I think my next video that I'm going to be working on, though, is going to be an install guide for Armored Core, because there is no tutorials out for there, and I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm going to figure it out, and then I'm probably going to make that. So no promises, but I think that's going to be the next video that you guys see, next mainline video. If you guys want to hang out, I am always live, whether it be on YouTube or Twitch. And yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I'll take any input that you have down below. It's first of its kind. And it was fun to make. And like I said, I had tons of material to dig through. Trust me. Oh boy, do I. But yeah, till next time. Much love.
Like this video.
Ну-ка. Вот блин. Развелось вас.
Уберите, тварь! Чуваки, спасайте!
Зацепись ты.
Геть, пішла геть, потвора!
Вместе сделаем